Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Maggie and today we're watching House of Dragons Season 2 Episode 5. So 4 actions, you can check the links down below. I'm uploading them in Patreon. There is going to be the full and good version of the reactions if you want to check them out. For early access reactions, you can become a member in YouTube. Let's go! Oh, he's mourning her probably. Oh, I feel you. And they didn't really separate on that good of a conditions, like, oi, oh. He actually really loved her. I'm still hurting for her.
The traitor dragon Meleys, slain at Rook's Rest by your king, to Aemond!
What? Oh my god! Seriously? The disrespect.
Mark my words, this is a black omen.
This is horrible. Nobody's really enjoying that. Look at them. Oh. Oh. This is... This is horrible.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory.
It doesn't really feel like that, yeah. Well, they both, like, both sides actually got so many losses here.
It's just me.
This is just hard to watch. That, oh my... Oh... Okay, there is too much showing of death all over this place. Like, is that Egan? Like, wow. And he's seeming so proud of that. Like, yep. There is no signs of regret over there in on that face, definitely. I feel like she got too much. You know, now she's like losing her brother, husband, and... Is he still alive? Somehow?
Is he alive?
His
He
grief
is still alive! I cannot believe it!
remains with us for the moment.
What? I think this is actually worse than that. Like, in his condition, this is just torture. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. The way that they have to separate from his body.
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say. Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's enjoying to watch that. Oh my god. Look at him.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
I wonder who is that going to be? Huh. Oh my god. This is like a dead stare over there.
We took the castle.
Explain yourself, yeah. How did that happen? Come on.
The king. Sir Kristen, what befell him?
Ooh.
His Grace fought valiantly.
He's trying to keep the secret though.
And Aemond?
Otherwise there's going to be like a lot of drama. Yep, she knows. She knows.
What was his part in this?
I could not say.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
They're questioning her authority more and more.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind. It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle or their execution.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
I don't think that this whole thing is an easy solution. Like,
If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered...
Then I myself must do it.
You are the crown. It's out of the question.
What would you have me do?
it doesn't feel like there is even a right decision, you know?
Where are you going?
To Harriman Hall?
Why am I feeling a little bit of villain vibes going on from him?
My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight, whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled prince.
Trying to protect you.
Humiliating, Baylor.
He protects you.
She lost one of her sons, yeah.
I can sit still no longer.
That's bad signs over here. Oh my god. When you're impatient, there is always bad stuff following.
The phrase.
Oh, the phrase.
Crickenstark's greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act. I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
Oh, another one who wants to do what he wants. Great.
Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me.
He's very threatening over there.
We choose fire.
Surprise. You sure? Oh my god. Oh, this picture over there.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
They made their choice. You should have indulged them.
I need them alive. I came here to raise swords, not corpses.
But now you see what my house has known for generations. They are pig-headed, intransigent.
They would rather burn than succumb.
They're loyal, so
Exactly the kind of men I need.
you just have to offer them something.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more persuading.
Ooh. Did he just suggest that himself?
There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
I am your servant, Your Grace.
I'm not sure what this means though.
The dragons will grow. In time.
I don't have time. I mislike feeling powerless.
So do I.
Well, everyone is powerless, so welcome to the club.
My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Did she just announce it like that?
Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betray their own smallness.
Well, at least now she has her. Because I feel like she needed her niece on her side.
You are your father's chosen successor.
You did not prepare me to fight.
They're just such an interesting team, to be honest.
If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup, taught the name of every lord and castle between Storm's End and the Twins.
And confidence is just really sinking. And it's super normal at her place.
They are afraid. Bread is scarce. The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
It's looking bad from their side, yeah.
Do not underestimate your subjects.
She can manipulate that situation.
They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten.
And you think they will turn to me?
To the discontented, rumors are feed.
This is playing the game on another level here.
What you cannot do, let others do for you.
I like her. I like her.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
She needs someone like that on her side.
The thought of her lying in a field, broken amongst her enemies.
Oh.
She did not always care for me, but for what she gave me in the end, I'm grateful.
Daemon.
And over here, he's just getting crazier. Oh my my god.
Your brother had great love in his heart, but he lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown.
Oh my god.
Daemon, you were made to wear it.
Imagination going crazy. Are we considering that as cheating? Wow.
If only you'd been born first. My favorite son.
This is...
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace?
This is just next level. Wait a second. This is just...
I like the goose myself.
Seriously messing with his head. Like, he has to get out of here at this point.
There's, of course, the matter of payment. After the tragedy that befell his father,
Dun, dun, dun.
Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment you see fed and warm.
How careful he is over here with telling him this bad news.
I rather thought, Your Grace, as emissary to the Queen, perhaps she could provide the necessary coin, if you could only write to her.
No.
If looks can kill. Oh.
Harrenhal is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
He wants to handle it alone.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
Why is he challenging him like that?
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
Just leave him be. Leave him be. He's getting more and more confidence over here, so...
He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. Injuries we cannot see.
We are grateful for your works, Grand Maester.
Oh.
Has he woken?
No.
It's even surprising that he's alive at this point.
Must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake. I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
He's literally having a smirk over there. Or am I seeing that?
But now we must name a regent to take his place. Until he recovers.
Did you have a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
So many wants to take his place.
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemond.
Wow, that's such a surprise.
Aemond is young, and his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
Well, yeah. But he has a way to act in situations like that.
Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience is needed here.
At least somebody to listen to her.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond.
No more feet for you.
What would you say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own?
Well, two women against each other. Well, the game is going to be played, you know, on the same levels.
But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Kristen. What say you?
Everyone is going to betray her over here. Yeah.
Aemond is the next in line.
The one who actually tried to murder the king.
It must be him.
Yeah. Great. Great. Oh.
It's agreed then.
He's not really surprised about that. You know. I'm afraid. Even though he's probably going to lead the war pretty well.
What is our standing in the Riverlands?
Look at him. He's so ready to... Like, he have always been here. Wow.
Prince Daemon has little hope of fielding an army of any size for now.
That hurts. That... oof.
It's only a matter of time before he inherits his grandsires mantle.
She kind of did it to herself, you know. All of the choices led to that.
Your brother's host and me, Daemon, should quicken its pace and check the rivermen while their banners are in disarray.
And I still feel for her somehow, to be honest. It's like you're just powerless against this whole thing. Like your voice, they cannot even hear it.
What are your tasks? We shall meet again at first light.
I feel like she's also afraid of what is going to be followed.
Someone cut down the rat catchers.
That's a good choice, though. I agree.
Our neighbors are stealing from each other. We must get out.
And where would you have us go? North, maybe? South?
There is no running from here, yeah.
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied.
The king is kinda... This is how you're switching your loyalty. Yeah.
Stay and wait for his empty promises, husband.
Oh, when your loved ones are suffering.
With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
Oh. It's like there is some things that are even more important. Oh gosh. Thank you for removing those from there. And the dog is still... Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is, what he has somehow become.
You know what he did also?
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What?
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire.
Horrors, that's what he saw.
We have given the war to the dragons. The dragon rider should lead us.
It's like he knows that he cannot do anything against a dragon.
So you cast me aside?
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible.
It's like they're taking the scenes from her.
Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared. And I did not give you leave to speak my name.
Well, we can say that they just broke up. Well, they broke up kind of long ago, but now it's official for sure. Oh, they're trying to leave? All of them? What? And they're not giving them? Wow. Free will.
By order of Aemond Targaryen, Prince Regent and Protector of the Realm.
Aemond.
Does he mean the king?
I don't know.
You cannot keep us here! To return to your homes!
How are you keeping all these people in here? Oh, her face is just...
Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon leagues away when mine own sits outside your walls.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do. And the protection of my uncle.
I love how he's giving promises.
I'm sure has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
Oh yeah. He's not a lonely loof over there.
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
You want Harrenhal?
He's quite convincing. Come on, like the confidence is shining through him, so... They're trusting him.
My mother will want more than your crossing.
Hey, yeah. Squeeze it all. Come on.
Bent knees.
Yeah. Wow. Come on. He actually made it. Wow. Smooth. Sparkle a little bit of empty promises, and here we are. He is literally hunted. But I love how, you know, he's so calm about the situation.
I hear strange things from Brackenland, from Stonehenge, and Lambswold, and Moray. What I hear in the wind.
Oh, she's just ripping me out.
Cries of anguish. Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched, their wives carried away. These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
The Brackens had their chance to do as I required. They will perhaps think better of their decision if their children's lives are staked on it.
Wait a second, I just realized. What?
Men who hate you, who serve you under duress.
Well, once they agree to serve me, I'll treat them fairly.
Is that really his ways?
And once again, in the name of power, it's the weak and the women who must endure.
Ouch. Yeah.
That fool Aegon is unlike to survive. The realm will suffer if Aemond One-Eye rules.
Well, I agree.
But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
Mic drop. They're literally throwing accusations at each other. I love that.
The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it? The High Towers with their scheming, or Viserys' first true heir?
Unfortunately, again, right.
When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side.
Here we go.
King and Queen, ruling together.
At least he's putting her by his side, you know.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
This woman is destroying him from the inside, you know.
Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Congratulations, yeah. Yeah. What a way to take. Like...
Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Even the death of my wife does not content her.
Well...
And she not asked enough of my house.
Problems still continue, so...
It is a sign of her great esteem.
They have to deal with them.
Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you. She was a Targaryen princess, the queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die.
Yeah, and you have to protect what she was fighting for.
With honor.
Oh.
In Dragonfire.
Oh.
The way my mother chose. And the way I myself wish to meet my end.
Oh my god. Wow. The way this girl is speaking is just impressive.
I grieve my grandmother who loved me. But I carry her on with me.
And they have to keep fighting for her.
I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished.
Wow.
As Rhaenys herself should have.
It's like her legacy. You cannot run away from that. It's not going to just disappear.
I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Wow. That was a very strong conversation going on here. Wow.
We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands. But I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard.
He cannot ignore that message.
I ask you to reason with him.
Reason with him?
Find out his state of mind.
I don't think he's in the proper state of mind in the moment. You know, going crazy.
Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
Well, at least he wants you by his side.
Go now with haste. I'll send good men to see to your safety.
Let's not bet on him not trying.
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Your Grace.
Ugh. Yep, I remember the last conversation. Oof. That's the definition of woman can make you crazy.
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience. They are demanding to speak presently.
What a way to wake up.
Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed?
He's already feeling himself.
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of Willem Blackwood.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms.
There were works of barbarity. Punishing Bracken for his own treasons is one thing I. Beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
Well... Whew.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands. Have you looked after our girls?
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
I feel like this is having the exactly opposite effect.
Know this, interloper. The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. And dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Oh. This is bad. Like, I understand it from their point of view completely. It's just, ugh.
I have an errand for the Lady Missaria.
I thought she was dead.
Would she die without collecting her due?
She can never die.
Melinda.
This just feels so lonely. I think he'll accept. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, it's just him so much this role. It's kind of crazy. Like,
Was it worth the price?
yeah. Honestly, I do feel for him. It's just everyone like just pushing him around, and at the end ending like that. Oh, and she's like leaving again. That's heartbreaking. Like, it's like he always kind of like needs her and she's never there. Even though in that case she was, but oh, by her looks, she already knows.
Vhagar's first rider, and the first wielder of Dark Sister. What is the mood at the Twins?
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal. At war's end, assuming.
If there is an end.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Then why do you look angry?
Because he went behind her back, like everyone else.
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine my lot. I'm a dragon rider as well, with a war being fought over my ascension. And yet I must wait here, sending others to fight and be felled in my name.
She wants to fight herself.
Even you've managed to do your part.
Oh, oh.
You are the queen. The tie that binds us. No harm can come to you.
And you are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
You do not give me leave to go to anything.
Okay, yeah, this is hurting on so many levels.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Perhaps Daemon could...
If looks can kill.
Daemon is not here. And Aemond now rules in King's Landing.
Is Aegon dead?
Dead or alive, we have no answer for Vhagar. I have done all I can from here, sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But if all else fails, it is I who must fight.
Yeah, I feel like at some point she has to go out there.
Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
Okay, yeah, it feels like she's powerless in here while everyone else is like dying and dying.
We have two large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
Oh, we can... Yeah, they have been putting that for the riders.
There is Rhaenyra.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt. I would not risk it again.
Well, I do have an idea for that, right?
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses. Their children born with other names.
Yeah.
A generation ago, or more. The blood would be thin.
And yet...
They can try.
The dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it. Also say the histories.
Valyrian histories, written to gild us in glory.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
You know, times like that need stuff like that.
There are records here, surely, of our line.
And of those who fell out of it.
Desperate times, desperate measures. They're kind of good plotting together.
There could be scores of them.
It's a mad thought.
But not a bad one. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we are going to see more dragons. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Okay, I actually really enjoyed this episode. It was super interesting to watch how things are, you know, untangling here. And also how they're tangling. I really love how, you know, they're showing how every decision that, you know, the people from up there are making are actually influencing the small folk and how they're feeling about it. And also like the consequences from that. And Aemond being you know, like the king now, it was not really a surprise to me at all. And I did talk about that, you know, Egan maybe it's not dead in the previous one, but to be in that condition, I feel like it's even worse, because he will probably not be able to ever, like never ever again. And I do feel for him because I feel like, you know, like their choices and stuff, like he didn't really want that, and in the end, like he ended up there and completely alone, kinda. Even though Alison did came, you know, to be there with him for a moment, but it was sad to hear how like he was calling for her and she was no longer there. She couldn't even hear him. Like we did hear that Daemon actually admitted here that he wanted to be king, and he was like, okay, she can be by my side, at least that. But we already knew that, like he just had to admit it to himself. And it was like cool to see how, you know, like she was throwing this stuff on him and like maybe trying to kind of like change his heart to be a better person. I'm not sure what she's trying to do there, but it's definitely like messing with his head, all of these like mind games, like just go like his past just hunting him. Yeah, they are like very similar with Aemon, but just that he didn't, you know, dare to go to the extent that he went. And I do feel like, you know, Aemond is going to be a lot better king than Egon, but still I'm just afraid because he's not, you know, he can make these very hard decisions that most of the people are not going to make. Like it doesn't matter for him, you know, who is close to him or whatever, like he's just going to go through everything. But I feel like, you know, yeah, he's better in order of like strategy and understanding the wars and stuff like that. But yeah, they are very similar to me. But I do feel like, you know, in Daemon, like there is a part of him like that, it's like, you know, good part of him, and that's kind of like stopping him. Maybe that's what she's trying to reach there. I don't know if I'm like reading that right, but we can see how, you know, his decision over there kind of backfired on him, which was kind of expected. Like those are people who didn't want to bend the knee over the fire, and like you want to force them. What like it just, yeah. And I really love, you know, that Messiah is now at the moment with Rhaenyra, because I feel like she needs someone like that, especially after Rhaenys, you know, went down. And you can see how much people actually care for her and her husband. He's really mourning for her. Like he wants to run away from there, but he will, like, this talk that he had there actually helped him to realize that this is her legacy and he has to continue fighting. And I think that they did set up stuff with you know, his bastard son or something like that. Like I think I understood it right in the previous episode. So now they are setting up like they're going to be more dragon riders. That was actually a nice decision, and I did expect Rhaenyra to be kind of angry at her son, but I feel like, you know, she realized that this was for the good and he did a good job there, and she was more, you know, feeling sad that she cannot really help, like kind of feeling powerless. And I feel like, yeah, that's kind of a really nice idea, a little bit tricky, but it will definitely work out. Like they were setting that up, like, you know, saying, oh, this dragon, like, you know, it's lonely and stuff like that. So I'm excited about it. And also it's interesting how, you know, they're like, the war is on so many levels, because, you know, they are like these mind games, they are all like, you know, the actual, you know, fighting and all of this like behind the scenes stuff. And it's just interesting to watch the whole thing, how it's like, you know, going around. And also like it was suggested that, you know, with like helping from, you know, because they were not really happy with the scene with the dragon over there. It's like a bad omen, and it was very disrespectful also. I remember something like that happened in Game of Thrones too, and people were really like, they want to get out of there. They're not allowing them to get out of there. So it's going to be cool to actually bring them on their side, like just slowly just bring them on their side. I don't know how this exactly is going to work out, but it's smart. It's smart. Especially at the moment, it feels like, you know, Rhaenyra is on the war side. Like she's kind of like losing, but it's always like that, you know, you go down and after that you get up, and it's like non-stop games here. So thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoy, and I'm going to see you in the next one. It's just getting really interesting. Bye.